I spent an entire semester living in total silence with my roommate after catching her with my boyfriend, but the day she ended up in the ER changed everything. You want a room change? Now? The housing director looked at me like I was losing my mind. I just nodded, fidgeting with my lanyard. I couldn't tell him the truth. I couldn't tell him that during orientation week, I found out my roommate Carrie was hooking up with my boyfriend Alex. I saw the receipts on his phone, texts where he told her, "Don't tell her, she doesn't need to know. It'll only hurt her." Carrie never replied to that text, but the guilt on her face was loud enough. The director sighed. "Look, kid, we're at capacity. It's either suck it up for the semester or move off campus." I didn't have the cash for an apartment, so I was stuck. When I walked back into our dorm, Carrie was on her bed, her laptop open. She started to say something, but I shut it down instantly. I held up a finger and said, "Don't. Let's just not speak at all." Her mouth snapped shut, and for the next 4 months, we lived in a literal ghost town. We communicated through sticky notes on the mini fridge and the closet door. Rent is due. Out of milk. Maintenance came by. That was it. When the RA checked in, we both played it cool separately. I'd cover for her when she had loud friends over, and she'd cover for me when I was too sick to get out of bed. We had different schedules for showering and studying, making sure we only occupied the same space while we were asleep. Then, out of nowhere, Alex dumped me via text. I hadn't even ended it with him yet because I was still processing the betrayal. I just laid there, numb, watching my phone light up. A few days later, my life hit a new low. My mom called me, sobbing. My grandma had passed away. I packed my bags in a daze, tears streaming down my face. For the first time in months, Carrie spoke. "Are you okay?" I didn't answer. I just walked out. I was gone for a week, and when I got back, I realized Carrie had gone above and beyond. She'd collected every assignment and told all my professors I was dealing with a family emergency. She'd saved my entire semester while I was mourning. A week later, I found her on the bathroom floor, shaking and throwing up. She was mumbling about how she'd ruined her life. I panicked and called 911. I sat in that hospital waiting room until the nurse told me she was stable. Seeing her like that, the anger just evaporated. When she got back to the dorm, she sat me down. "I need to tell you the truth," she whispered. "I didn't know he was your boyfriend during orientation. He told me you guys had broken up weeks ago. I was an idiot. I was homesick, and I believed him. He played us both." The realization hit me like a freight train. Alex had manipulated both of us to keep his perfect little setup. Tears were streaming down her face, and mine were cold. "He played us," I whispered. I didn't say anything else. I just stood up and hugged her. Sometimes the person you think is your enemy is just another victim of the same villain. We didn't just start talking again. We became a united front. Alex tried to crawl back a month later, and let's just say we made sure he regretted ever stepping foot on this campus.